check. Mic check 2-1. Yo, it's cold. I'm finna show y'all how to mix. Show y'all my mixes. This is my first mix breakdown. Okay. Alright, first I'ma just play the intro. Play it like one time, and then I'm gonna break down how I mix it and all that. Alright, so oh yeah, this is me, by the way. I recorded this, mixed it, mastered it, the whole thing. If you actually want to go listen to this particular song, it'll be down in the description. You already know. But yeah, okay. Let's get into this. So first thing I did, added an EQ and just sliced out the low end. Killed some of the mid section also to get rid of the like harshness. Added a little bit of compression for volume, and then I put the auto tune and the reverb toward the bottom, just so it could like manipulate the signal flow pretty much. So like the lower in the chain you have an effect, the less of an effect it'll have on the overall sound. Let me show y'all what I did on a reverb. Did it like a little over 3 second delay for the reverb. The dryness, I just turned that bitch down because like that should be a little bit too loud. Like, I mean, it's an intro. Like, I wanted the whole vision of the song to be like some low key, laid back type shit. So I don't need my vocals like coming all crazy. I put the dryness down, -8, wetness. I fuck with the length, and that is it. I don't mess with nothing else. Sometimes I might reverse it for like a doper effect. Actually, let me try that real quick. See what that sounds. You know what I would do? I would reverse it, bounce it, and then reverse it again, and then yeah, like that'd be crazy. But yeah, that's all I really mess with. I don't really mess with nothing else. Let's move on to the hook.
Pulling off work, pulling off work. Is you pulling off work? Is you pulling off work? Is you pulling off work? Pulling off work. Is you pulling off work? But still, I wonder if you pulling off work, pulling off work. Is you pulling off work? Is you pulling off work? Is you pulling off work? Pulling off work. Is you pulling off work? But still, I wonder if you.
That's hard. Let's solo this hook.
Pulling off, pulling off, pulling off. Is you pulling off? Is you pulling off? Is you pulling off? Pulling off, pulling off, pulling off. Is you pulling off? Is you pulling off? Is you pulling?
What you pick up on when you mixing is you pretty much gonna be using the same plugins, same bass plugins, which is EQ, compression, reverb. I pretty much copied the same exact EQ cuts that I got from my Harmony for the hook. So I did the same thing. I put a CLA compressor on the hook. Why? Like, okay, in 2015 I was just using CLA because I don't know, it's easy. It's 2 big knobs, real straightforward. Like, I like simple stuff, so I just try to stick to whatever is like the most simplest thing, but it still works.
Pulling off, pulling off, pulling off. Is you pulling off? Is you pulling off? Is you pulling off?
It sounds like punchy and it sounds like centered, crispy, you know, like it sounds like it got depth. But yeah, last but not least, I put the delay at the bottom of the chain, slight delay. So left, right, pretty much copy the same low cut and high cut. I cut a lot of the low out of my delays. I tend to do that because I don't ever want to clog up the low end with my vocals. Like, I never want to do that. I want to leave as much room for the bass as possible. And then yeah, like this pretty much just controls the volume of the delays left and right, and I just put that down to 15. And yeah, man, that's the hook. Let's move on to the verse 1.
Riding down, freeway, Sunday, Eve.
Oh,
Riding down, freeway, Sunday, easy, everything was made to burn, another L, lesson learned, good girls, got the chance, what is love, made in Japan, I'm sipping sake, I'm very alive, I'm going intoxicated, this shit I'm very sane.
for this the actual channel that it's on, I'll put the auto tune there, and then for the bus itself, that's where I put the EQ, compressor, and then I might slap auto tune on the bus too, but just put it at the bottom of the chain. As far as reverb, I bust my reverb. This one reverb bus is like for the verse, hook, backs, harmonies, like all that. True verb at the top. And I always put a directional mixer on my reverb just so it's not clogging up the center too much. And I put a spreader just to add more of a stereo effect. Make it sound like I'm a god. Like, and I just walked in a room. Like, you sound majestic.
Pulling up, is you pulling up?
Okay.
Is you pulling up? Wait, word. Is you pulling up? But still, I wonder if you word. Pulling up, word. Pulling up, word.
For the outro, I just pretty much did like a dropout, bring the beat back in, incorporated the vocals. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, man. This is like one of my favorite songs, though. For. Shout out my boy TFN. Me and him collabed on the beat for this. Crazy. All right, let's get to these backgrounds.
Pulling up, word. Pulling up, word. Is you pulling up, word. Is you pulling up, word. Is you pulling up, word. You pulling up, word. Is you pulling up, word.
Okay, so for the pulling up backgrounds on the original channel, auto-tune, directional mix, and of course I had it bust
Pulling up, word.
to the backs, and right here put an EQ, the same EQ, but for the backs it's EQ, compressor, and auto-tune. I had real ADT on this, but it's not rocking with me today. That's okay.
Pulling up, word. Pulling up, word. Is you pulling up?
The key to like really getting your backgrounds to sound like they're in the back is a directional mixer. And the added effect you want to make it sound light and almost like angelic is EQ. And make sure you cut that booty off. Like, you gotta take the low end out so there's no weight coming through. So, you know, same thing for like the harmonies. And the harmonies you hear is the high pitch singing.
Pulling up, word. Pulling up, word.
Yeah, him. It's the same. Like, this reverb is literally for everything. Like harmonies, all of that.
Pulling up, word. Pulling up, word. Is you pulling up, word.
So really, I just doubled it. I copied the hook lead onto the Backs track, and I just mixed it like a background. I just really wanted to like double it up and make it sound double.
Pulling up, work, pulling up.
Make it sound like thicker, like, you know. All right, let's go to the verse back.
Riding down, freeway, freeway, Sunday, Sunday, easy, easy, everything, everything was made to burn, another L, lesson learned.
Okay, on these particular backgrounds for the verse, I actually don't have reverb on it, as you could probably tell. They sound pretty dry, but it sounds good, like it goes with the mix. Knowing when to like contrast with other parts of your vocals. So like for instance, like the verse lead has reverb and the verse backs doesn't. So it's like a cool little balance.
Riding down, freeway, freeway, Sunday, Sunday.
I like little detail stuff like that, because that's what really make the song like sound original. You know what I mean? Not everything has to sound wet and, you know, doctored up all the time. Like you could really just flip the script and it just sound raw, like, but good though, like a nice good feeling.
Oh yeah, I'm on that doodle in the rolling.
And the same thing for the second verse. I mixed the backgrounds dry. All I did was put auto-tune, busted to the Backs bus.
Oh yeah, I'm on that doodle in the rolling doodle, yeah.
And that's about it, my G. That's about it.
Pulling up,
That's about it, my G.
is you pulling up? Is you pulling up? Wait, is you pulling up? But still, I wonder if you pulling up, pulling up. Is you pulling up? Is you pulling up? Is you pulling up? You pulling up? Is you pulling up? But still, I wonder if you riding down, freeway, Sunday.